Today on Bricks and Toys, we throw the book at it after the intro. Welcome to Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon, and that intro felt really good. Been a little stressed out with my scheduling and my building lately, and not to mention what this book is for, and it just felt good to come out and throw a book at today's build, which is going to be the Lego Creator Bookshop set number 10270, coming in at 2,504 pieces. This set was released in 2020 for $200. I'm not sure what we got into it, but what I can tell you, it's here. It's going to be there when it's done, and I'm super excited. Unlike how I'm going to be later when my wife finds out that I threw the Love Dare book in my video. I might be sleeping out here tonight, which is great because, you know, the Legos are awesome to sleep with. So anyway, guys, what do I know about this build besides all of the facts that I just told you? Well, it's a bookstore. And attached to it looks to be a residence. So it looks like a bookstore attached to a residence. Now let's look at the box to see if we can get any more details than that. Now the box came crunched up, which is unfortunate, but these boxes, I don't save them anyway. So it does look like it has multiple rooms and minifigs. And I guess it's supposed to be paired up with 2018's Diner and 2019's The Corner Garage. What's funny about this is this set's not retired yet, but those two are, but Assembly Square for 2017 is not retired yet. I really wish that I could still get my hands on the Diner and the Corner Garage for a low price. Unfortunately, both of those are looking to be about $300 to $400 a piece. I might just, you know, bend over and take that soon, but I'm just going to keep that to myself because if I say anything, it will wind up in the city because I have a supporter. It's time to kind of try to keep things to myself to dial it back. I'm getting a little bit too overwhelmed with all the stuff that I have going on. So other than just not that much information I can give about the set, let's just do the unboxing. Let's see what we have in terms of bags. So the box isn't really giving me much of a reference for how many minifigs that we have and what we all have going on. It just shows a lot of pictures of what it looks like once it's built. Now it does show that it looks like the two halves come apart, and that's probably a 32 by 16 base plate apiece. And it does show that there is 3 levels to each portion, and I think the back of the roof on the top level comes off. I wish it told me more about what minifigs we get, but it doesn't. But it does give us this really deeply detailed guide of all the parts included. It's kind of weird that Lego does that. So super simple, take down the side. What the hell? So I had a couple bags stuck in the box, and for you guys that are Lego supporters way before I even started, you guys probably already know this, but they put a pocket in the box. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a pocket up here in the box for the base plates and the instruction manual so they don't get crushed, bent, and damaged. That is really cool, everybody. I guess in 2020 they just did them different. Now with this, we have 20, 21, 22, and 23. And like I said, we do have 2017 coming with the Assembly Square. So that just means I need to do the bend over and get the you know, get the lubricant and go ahead and get 18 and 19's modular buildings, so we can at least have all of the modular buildings from 17 to 23 and forward. But back to the unboxing. So there's those two base plates, the 16 by 32. Now I will just be doing this on a 32 by 32 base plate because I want to keep them together like they are on the box. I don't want to be tempted to separate them and kind of ruin that level of authenticity. Well, not authenticity, but that level of completeness. Like, this is the set, you know? So even though the book was in the pocket, it's still in plastic. I do not see any stickers with this, and there are two books. So I'm going to guess one is for the Birch books and the other one is for the little residence off to the side. These older builds are really interesting because LEGO advances and changes so fast and so much that just from 2020 to 23, it's just crazy, you know, how much they can change. And like this is two buildings, two platforms, two books, and one box. I wonder what's going to happen with Assembly Square. Like, how does that one lay out? So it looks like the first 4 bags makes the first building. And that first building is 155 steps and 114 pages. Going to the second building, which I think is the residence, it's bags 5 through 8. So it's another 4 bags that makes the other residence with about 128 steps and 94 build pages. So overall, not too bad. When you combine everything, it is what you would expect. But what does kind of throw me off is that there's 8 building bags. Usually for a modular building is like 13 to 15. So I do find that interesting, and I really wonder how packed these bags are going to be. I'm going to be super careful because I'm still dealing with burnout from building Diagon Alley when I did basically one building every day, and that was just too much, just down, face down, like focus, pressure. So I don't want to fall into that trap again. It looks like this build might be setting me up for that downfall. We do have one extra bag of some plates, probably for the multiple floors. There is 2 of each type, so that would tell me 1 and 2. And then overall, looking at the bags, they all seem pretty modest. And see, here we go. I got it right here. 3. So 3 is 2 bags. This goes back into what they used to do in 2020, where they just made it look super simple, but yet each bag is 2. And so instead of being like 4 bags, it's 6 to 8 for that first building, 6 to 8 for the next. That's the trickery. So I gotta watch this because I'm dealing with some bad migraines and burnout from that Diagon Alley. So I don't want to repeat myself. So next up is the time lapse, everybody. So enjoy that. It'll be just a few minutes for you, but for me, it's going to be a few days to get this one done. So enjoy. now we are on to the review of the bookstore, better known as Birch Books. As I said before, you remove one of those letters and switch it out with a T, and this set takes a dark turn. So that's the front. I have confirmed that this is a residence next to the Birch Books. A look from the side. Pretty basic roof structures, not a lot of detail. That is the back. That's the backyard. We do have a resident a little lost in their backyard. That is the side. We do have a kind of a unique looking birch tree, hence Birch Books. Someone did lose a plane up in their tree. We do have a lot of nice finishing work. The finishing work of these kind of reminds me of the early the early days of modular buildings that they used to make them look. Here's our minifigs, and the one in the back, as you already saw. Now, starting off at the top, you can remove the top and the back half like that. And then in this room, you are welcomed by a bed, some stairs, and an iguana. Doing the same over at the residence. Just like that. And then you have another bed and a dresser, some artwork. And then that comes off like that. And that's letting you into the residence of the home. Got some nice stairs, an umbrella with a hat. Then you do have a little table with some newspaper. Probably a little kitchenette right over here to the side. So that's that level. Coming back over, pop the lid off of that one. There's more of those really cool stairs that use a really cool building technique. We do have a grandfather clock with a recliner. Probably a really nice chill area just to relax and read some books. Hence why there's a patio you can come out on that has a cup of coffee waiting for you to go. Coming down into here, you see the books. Some nice transparent green elements for the front door windows. Really cool detail at the stairs, even with some books hanging out by the stairs. Some really cool tile work on the floor. Pretty unique. And then removing this last building. Come on. Come up. There we go. We have the basement of the residence. Looks like they're hiding a bag of money and some garden shears, as well as a mouse trap and a ladder. We do have a little entryway door with some more stairs. And that's how the set comes all the way down. Let me know down in the comments if you think the white is okay. It kind of fits the theme, as this could be kind of in the winter, because you know the tree is white and the floor is white. So what if it's like a snow thing? Who knows? I know birch trees are white, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, we also have a little pumpkin patch back here, if I didn't already say that. So that's the review. Now let's go and give our final thoughts. So my final thoughts on this set. For the first time in now 4 buildings, I'm left a little dull. This was the most dull out of the 4 modular buildings that I have experienced yet. Then on top of that, setting it with the non-modular buildings like the A-frame cabin, the blacksmith, the tree house, and sets such as those in the city, and how those sets had their surprises, this one just felt flat. It's there, it does what it's supposed to do, but it's just very flat. I am happy to have it. I am happy that it takes a place in the city and completes the look of the city. Well, not fully completes, but it allows us to pave the way for the look of the city is what I'm trying to say. But I do have to say, most of the fun features in this was found more in the house. And I found that interesting, as it's the bookshop and not the residence with bookshop. I do like how they put a mouse trap in the basement. You know, little details like that. Maybe it would be a little funny to put a rat on the other side of the basement, like it's coming towards it, maybe. Just my thoughts on that. On this particular set, I do believe I did get a new old stock set, basically one that's been around for a while, because for the first time in all of my Lego sets that I've experienced, this whole set has a really weird yellowing. The white is a little off and the windows are a little off. And when I put the windows on like a white background, it doesn't matter which bag, all the bags, all 8 sets of bags, the windows are yellow. And as I'm looking at it with you guys right now, a lot of the white looks the same way. Now that could be because the windows are reflecting off of the white frames, and that's what's making the white look like that. But I do find that rather odd, nonetheless. Am I going to worry about it? No. I mean, these sets are going to get old. They're going to change color over time anyway. Lucky for me, there is no UV in this garage, unless the LED lighting provides that. So there is going to be no exposure to sunlight to, you know, age these things faster. But this one's already on its way. If you are building a modular city and you need to start filling in spaces like I do, then this set might be what you're looking for, as it is still a current modular building that you can buy. But if you're just collecting these buildings just to collect them, this is a definitely don't break your neck. Jazz club, police station, boutique hotel, go that direction. Now what does worry me is this is my first 2020. I've done 21, 22, and 23, and those just got better and better and better. Then I do this 2020, and it's kind of like meh. So I'm really hoping that when I get Assembly Square, that it's not even worse than this. Fingers crossed that it's not. I do bank on the fact that they've been selling it since 2017, and they already discontinued the 2018 and 2019 diner and garage sets already, but yet they have not retired that one. So I'm going to hopefully use that as a sign that it is good and it will surpass this. But you guys that's built it already, you know the answer. You know what's in store for me when that set comes in May. Good news is that set has shipped and it is on its way, and it should be here soon. So awesome on that. So now let's go ahead and let's slide it into the city where it's supposed to go, and then we'll wrap this video up. So I am going to take it, and for now I'm just going to set it right down here and pop it into there. I think it looks good here, and the assembly square should take up all the way up until like here. So that should all fill in the space nicely. I think that looks really cool. So now we're just left with a box. And that's going for the trash, obviously. I save the books, but I don't save the box. The bookstore that is called Birch Books, and if you switch the R with a T, you got something pretty obscene, is now in the city where it's going to live. I might move it a little bit, but that goes for all of the buildings. Until this thing is done, nothing is permanent. And even once it is permanent, new releases can always make things unpermanent. So if you like videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Everything you guys are doing is helping the channel, helping the analytics, and helping everything. So thank you so much for that. So I thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a very good one.